delay there. Yeah, so what I'm saying is I'm doing like a response video to this YouTuber named Anomaly Inc. So I'll probably change it right there we go. So you can see what I'm doing. You can see it. If not, I can lift it up a little bit. So yeah, Anomaly Inc. So I'm gonna try and do that. So I'm trying to do a response video to him. So because there's something about him there's something to discuss about. Let's see. Best videos. Excuse me. Oh gosh, has some tons of channels. So upload. So we'll try and go. Oh, how about this one? I'm finally done with the MCU and why I'm done with it, or decline of the MCU. Here we go. So yeah. So yeah, so this is gonna be an interesting video. So hope you my response video. So hope you guys enjoy it. So hope everyone's watching it and I'm ready to go, ready to start.
We get to do this every Tuesday and Wednesday, every week, every month. Oh yeah.
So hope it'll be good. So
every Tuesday or Wednesday.
So whoever's watching it, so you would ready to join in. So just let you guys know, this is going to be a good response. So hopefully, I'll probably make a lot of hate in the comments. I'm going to say about him, but anywho, so let's just get on with it. So hold on, just give me 1 second. So we're just getting stuff organized. So hope everybody's okay. Any of the views yet? So no. I'll just wait till we go through the views so we can try and see what we can do with it. So I'll be interested to talk about. So let's do this. Anomaly Inc. presents. I'm finally done with the MCU. Okay, let's see what he says.
Okay, before I start this video off, let me just say this.
No, let me tell you something. If you're going to put split language, can you please put a warning sign? Jesus Christ, what an idiot. Oh, by the way, this video is a year old, so it's a year old video. So I just want to see this. I want to just give my response to it.
I am not an MCU hater. I've been a fan of the MCU since all the way back in the day when Iron Man first exploded into the box office and started the damn franchise, and that was all the way back in 2008. 2008, 14 years ago. That's how long this once awesome, though now a
15 years
soulless
now.
corporate trash fire of a franchise has been running, which is still being ejaculated from the loins of one of the 21st century's greatest creative hacks, Kevin Fuckwit Feige. Many people have recognized...
Okay, first of all, let me say this now. It's fine if you hate on Kevin Feige. Look, you can hate on Kevin Feige all you want, but you got to remember this one thing, Omni Link. Kevin Feige started this franchise because without him, the MCU will not exist, and of course, other studios will not have that impact on them when the MCU existed. So if you're just going to sound like, oh, the MCU sucks, there's no thanks to Kevin Feige and his greedy hands, but dude, you need to be a little bit more specific instead of being all bitchy about it. Impossible. You can't call Kevin Feige a dumbwit or a fuckwit, whatever you said. What the hell are you talking about? Anyway, let's continue, if I can survive this.
Have dropped off from watching the MCU anymore or indulging any of its new releases, but a sizable chunk of its fans remain. To be honest, despite the decline of the MCU, I still considered myself to be among its collective of fans until quite recently, in fact, when I came to a realization. And that realization is this. See, Doctor Strange 2 is coming out in a couple of weeks, and
That was last year.
honestly, I couldn't care less if I tried. It recently hit me like a bolt of lightning that I've barely, if at all, even thought about the upcoming MCU movie in the past 2 months. The last time I paid it any kind of attention was when we discussed the movie's controversial leaks on the channel's podcast a number of months ago. Which, speaking of Marvel leaks, I'll get back to them later on because they're also a big reason why I can't continue to indulge this franchise anymore, as well as the insufferable culture surrounding it. But see, I just kind of woke up to the fact that aside from Spider-Man No Way Home, I haven't seen or cared to watch any of the MCU films or television series in the timeline since after Spider-Man Far From Home, which came out all the way back in 2019. I have seen Black...
Okay, so the last one you saw was Far From Home. Okay, so let me get this straight. You're saying now the MCU sucks now, but the last one you saw was Far From Home. So how can you explain to me why do you think is fine for you to say, oh, after Far From Home, MCU sucks now, but I haven't seen them yet because I'm just gonna trash on it. No. Okay, first things first. You cannot call a franchise that is existed for quite a while. I don't want to say the other word because I get in trouble for saying it, but okay, what am I saying there? Okay, you cannot say about any of these films if you have not seen them yet. It's like saying, what films that's coming out? Okay, Aquaman 2. Aquaman 2 comes out. The first trailer. And I say something like, I did not like the trailer. And everyone would be like, okay. But if I say something like, this movie's gonna suck, I'm not gonna see it. I don't think it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. I don't like it. It's gonna be garbage. It's a garbage movie. Just like any other movies in the DCEU, it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. No, you can't do that. You have to be skeptical by it.
Widow. I even made a video about it, but I consider that an exception since despite its date of release, chronologically it takes place in what's referred to as the Infinity Saga, which despite its ups and downs is exactly where the MCU should have
Okay. Okay, so now you've seen Black Widow. Okay. You say the last one you saw is Far From Home. Oh yeah, I saw Black Widow. Okay, can you please be honest what films you've seen or not seen instead of just saying, oh, the last film I saw was Black Widow. I only said Far From Home because I didn't bother saying it because it's a forgettable movie. It's a forgettable movie. Pathetic.
ended, and where the franchise undoubtedly peaked. Basically, aside from the Spider-Man movies, which is one of my personal favorite comic book IPs, I haven't seen WandaVision, I haven't seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki, Eternals, Shang-Chi, and certainly not Moon Knight. And oh wait, I forgot that fucking Hawkeye was a thing as well. And nope.
Okay, for terms of MCU projects from Phase 4 and even Phase 5, Phase 4, WandaVision, I absolutely loved. Falcon Winter Soldier is really good. Loki is amazing, left a big impact to the MCU because we all knew that was going to be in the Multiverse Saga. What If was decent. That was a decent show. Hawkeye was really good. I really liked Hawkeye. Moon Knight, I really loved. Miss Marvel, I absolutely enjoyed. She-Hulk was okay. Werewolf by Night was pretty good. And Falcon Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special is really good. Secret Invasion was okay. It was alright. It was just a big disappointment. But other than that, in terms of movies, Black Widow, I absolutely enjoyed for what it was. Shang-Chi was awesome. Internals is underrated, in my opinion, and misunderstood comic book film, in my opinion. No Way Home, I absolutely loved. Multiverse of Madness was decent. It was good. Love and Thunder was, in rewatches, I will say it was fine. Love and Thunder was fine. Wakanda Forever, I absolutely enjoyed. Quantumania was decent. It was alright. And Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was actually really good. I really love Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
I haven't seen it. I only know that they ruined Wilson Fisk. Thanks, Feige. I'm sure you were real butthurt that Netflix made a better Marvel villain than 95% of the trash you churned out.
Okay. Okay, you said you didn't like how you say you didn't like how Marvel did that. Okay, first of all, you have not seen Hawkeye. How would you say that if you've never seen the show? And FYI, it didn't ruin Kingpin. They still made the character. And by the way, he's coming back for Echo and the Daredevil series, so it didn't ruin him completely. So please do not judge if you have not seen it, please. What an asshole he is. Is anyone else agree with me? Is online is an asshole? Please put your hands up. Just me? Okay, that's fair.
Course of a decade. But the point I'm getting to is this. Doctor Strange 2 is coming out, and I'm expected to watch all this crap in order to get it? I haven't watched any of them. And plenty of other MCU fans, current or former, haven't watched them either. Because they don't care. They're apathetic. Because they know the franchise has already peaked, and now it's crumbling. Which is the real reason why not only are a large portion of people not bothering with the Marvel shows on Disney Plus, but it's also why every Marvel theatrical release, aside from Spider-Man,
Hi, Mr. Nutty Word. Van Boy, how you doing?
At the box office, at least by the supposed billion-dollar standard Marvel, or at least Marvel's sycophants.
Okay, I love how you call us sycophants, because that's a little bit offensive. I'm offended by that, including people who's watching this, they'll be offended by you saying it. Okay, first of all, how would you know it's peaked? Because, now look, it's been back in 2020 when COVID-19 came out and Black Widow's been played. I think taking a year break from the MCU does help, because then we have a little time to breathe. Gives us a chance to let off some steam, just let us move out of the MCU. And look, you don't know if it's peaked or not. Yes, maybe Endgame did peak, but the thing is, when it comes to Endgame and Far From Home, or Infinity War and Endgame, we'll just say that, because they both are the climax. They are the climax of the Infinity Saga. And when Endgame Far From Home came out, it's the big climax. It's the big moment when the MCU peaked. And of course, 2020, we didn't have any MCU stuff, because that's where we cooled down and not have any MCU content. And then, of course, 2021 came around when WandaVision started up, and going back to the MCU. If you're done with the MCU, that's fine. Just move on. Just try and move on from it. It just proves to show that you're being a hypocrite from saying that. But I'm sorry to say that, guys, but he is a hypocrite.
Rewatch it on loop have set for it. But make no mistake, interest has plummeted, and so has the MCU's quality. Realistically speaking, the MCU's assets, what remains, what is left, is quite honestly pathetic at this point, which has led Feige and his team of hacks to a new strategy and another avenue to avoid the slightest bit of creativity in their line of work. See, make no mistake, the only reason most people above the average norm of MCU fans went to see Spider-Man No Way Home, aside from the fact that Spider-Man the IP is enormously popular, that movie's ridiculously undeserved box office numbers is because of the MCU's shameless theft of assets from other Spider-Man movies that had nothing to do with the MCU.
Well, here's the thing though, because when you look at Spider-Man, look, yes, Disney and Marvel has Spider-Man usually, except for the movies and maybe the games as well. That's where Sony owns them. But if you look at the MCU Spider-Man movies, that's a Sony and Disney production movie. So you're saying that, the MCU stole the grand theft of the Spider-Man films from No Way Home. That's same as theft. How is that a theft? It's a shared deal. Get your facts straight, you dumbass.
Was in fact the least memorable part of its latest blockbuster that was helmed by a different company entirely, since they don't own the movie rights to Spider-Man. Sony does.
Yeah, duh, you think?
Fan favorite familiar faces reprise their roles, and that's it. One of the highest grossing movies to date in the MCU achieved that feat by one of the most shameless means possible, and now it seems Doctor Strange is attempting to do the exact same thing. But seeing as this is a film completely helmed by Kevin Feige and not tempted by Sony like No Way Home was, it's going to attempt to do what No Way Home did to an even greater degree, but to miserable effect. And because people indulged No Way Home and its bullshit to such an insane degree, congratulations! You have now set yet the latest in terrible Marvel movie trend. You have told dickhead Feige and the rest of the Marvel executives they don't have to write good movies anymore. Hell, they don't even have to produce good trailers anymore.
Well, this is the multiverse saga, so there's going to be multiverse stuff from other Marvel movies from different timelines. And this is why it's in Phase 4. It's obvious is it's a multiverse storyline they're in. This is the multiverse saga. There's going to be multiverse saga stuff. So how would you know if you've not seen it yet? I don't get that. I don't get what you're saying, Anomaly. I don't get what you're saying. So get facts straight, please.
You just gotta throw out some cameo bait, and that will be enough to lure a sizable portion of dumb fucks into the cinemas, enough to make their money back. It's the very reason why Doctor Strange is going through so many last-minute reshoots, and you can expect the same for every single MCU project going forward.
Okay, look, reshoots. Everyone keeps complaining about reshoots is a bad thing. Look, reshoots are not bad things because look, reshoots, big budget blockbuster films like the MCU or any particular franchise has to do reshoots. It could be a bad thing or a good thing. It all depends why. It all depends. Look, it's like you're saying, oh, Doctor Strange going with reshoots because No Way Home has so many fan service. Look, for what I've seen, Multiverse of Madness was fine. Sam Raimi still has his voice in the movie. Yes, you can say there's some reshoots, but that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It's mainly a good thing. It all depends why. That's it. There's no big deal.
Forward. So way to go, Planet Earth. If you thought the MCU was a soulless pile of hollow shit before, it's about to get a lot worse.
So it begins.
Despite this trend,
I need to tell you something.
Oh man,
It's about my roller ride.
let's see the comments.
I want it warm.
nonsense! The microwave is for soup or drying socks.
I'm good. I love how dare he trash on it. Yeah, I like the Shang-Chi movie. Yeah, same here. Shang-Chi was amazing. I love Shang-Chi.
ESET presents.
It just shows how he's biased he is. Right, here we go.
That's about to become the norm for the MCU, and the sycophantic masses will undoubtedly welcome it with open arms. Let's be real here. Aside from Doctor Strange 2, what is this aimless clusterfuck of a once excellent franchise got left to offer us? Thor, Love and Thunder, Black Panther 2 after Chadwick Boseman's tragic death, She-Hulk? Seriously, the fact that people still pretend this franchise is at the top of its game is absolutely baffling to me. Is it denial, perhaps? Or is it just straight up delusion? And this brings me to for the MCU's decline and why I'm done with it. And that's the culture surrounding it. It's gotten to the point where Marvel doesn't even have to market its shitty films anymore, despite the decline in overall viewer interest and the plummeting quality of the movies themselves. This shitfuck of a company has fostered one of the most insufferable cults I've ever seen. In addition to that, you have mass amounts of influencers churning out fake news, leaks, rumors, etc., which can be summed up like this. What if this person shows up? Cue the absolute fucking mass fandom hysteria in the comment sections. Or
Look, fan theories has been around for God knows how long. Since the Star Wars franchise, because that has a lot of fan theories. Look, fan theories has been around since. Look, MCU has fan theories from the Infinity Saga, like how Fate War and Endgame say, "Oh, who's gonna die? Who's gonna kick the bucket?" There's been a lot of fan theories, speculations, and fake rumors. It's been around for a long time. I don't get why you're upset by it.
over social media. This goes beyond simple fandom. This is what I've come to call theory culture, and a bunch of shameless tards who throw everything at the internet about an upcoming movie or product to see what sticks in order to try and light a powder keg that hangs off every word waiting to explode. Sure, I'd say that every fandom has this to some extent, but Marvel's is on a whole nother level of insufferable, and that's all because of these
Wow.
goddamn algorithms. Which is why, despite my best efforts, I had to listen to a whole year and a half of bullshit hype and speculation surrounding Spider-Man No Way Home. Sure, I did somewhat contribute to that, but only sparingly, as I did some trailer breakdowns and videos in the lead up to the film's release. But aside from that, I avoided these theory cultists like the fucking plague. And
Hey,
every
watch what
fucking
you're
day on
saying,
my feed,
dude.
It was just Spider-Man No Way Home. Topher Grace, Venom appearing. Sandman is from an alternate timeline. Dr. Octopus is actually a clone. Doctor Strange is turning evil. Tom Hardy is the real villain. Etc., etc., etc. Just
Again, it's been around for a while.
bullshit theories based on nothing but a piss weak he said, she said from some nobody who cooked it up. Because 90% of the time, it wasn't the Marvel executives or cast and crew saying this stuff. It was fan media and the worst of mainstream YouTube spouting this crap. And because do not recommend is no match for the almighty algorithm on YouTube, we had no choice short of going cold turkey from the fucking internet from avoiding this crap. Marvel and Sony didn't sell No Way Home. They put out a couple of leaks and some trailer bait, but it was the fans that did the rest. The fans sold this movie to the fans. And Marvel barely had to lift a fucking finger. Theory after rumor after fake news, all for the grand total of who fucking gives a shit. And this has become so rampantly popular among this vast niche of sycophants that it's become prevalent for Marvel's B movies as well, like Doctor Strange, for instance. Because yes, Doctor Strange is a B-tier Marvel character, especially in the MCU, and especially after No Way Home, where his character was practically fucking ruined. And now,
Okay,
the sycophants...
Can you explain why he's ruined? Can you explain to me that? Because I'm confused. Because you're just saying a lot of random bullshit, saying, oh, don't know how ruined Doctor Strange. How is he ruined? Can you explain to me? You didn't. Again, can someone explain to me why he said there about how it ruined Doctor Strange? Because I'm confused. I'm fucking confused. Unbelievable.
Trying to do the same thing with Thor, Love and Thunder, who, despite the character's popularity, has only had movies ranging from bad to mediocre. Ragnarok is very much included in the bad category, just for your information. Seriously.
Ragnarok is actually quite good. So what were you saying, dude?
Taika Waititi, congrats on making Thor a complete fucking joke, and thank Christ Infinity War was right around the corner to show the stark difference in quality character writing for Thor, because Ragnarok had nothing on Infinity War. And when Taika Waititi, that overrated hack piece of shit, is done ruining Thor, he's running off to pour more dirt on Star Wars' grave. Great.
Oh, dude, come on. Like, Thor Love and Thunder has been passed. Look, you can hate on the movie all you like. You can hate on Ragnarok, or even past the year since Love and Thunder came out. You can hate on that. Same to you guys. You can hate on Love and Thunder all you want, but Taika Waititi didn't deserve all the hate. He's just doing his job. Why are you giving him so much crap? Jesus Christ. Motherfucker.
Can't wait for that. But back on point, after all the theories and the rumors and the fucking bullshit surrounding Spider-Man No Way Home were all said and done, what exactly were we treated to? A bloated...
Cadbury pots of joy.
God almighty. This is a... Yeah, you're right. You're totally right, my friend. You're totally right.
Nostalgia bait, fan service, orgy fest that was so contrived and sloppily written it was impossible to take seriously, and ultimately, not to mention, butchered Doctor Strange right before his very own fucking movie that many stands are supposedly still excited for. No Way Home sucked. It had only a few decent moments.
Okay.
Sure, but the quality as a whole was a joke, and once again, leave it to theory culture and fandom pandering to offer some of the most pathetic mental gymnastics I've ever seen.
Wait. You said No Way Home sucked. Okay, first of all, you just get, again, you're lying. Again, you're lying. Because you said, oh, the last MCU film I saw was Far From Home. Oh, wait, I lied. The last one I saw was Black Widow. Oh, I'm sorry, I lied again. I saw No Way Home. Dude, be honest. What's the last MCU film you saw? And don't say, oh, I didn't see any MCU movies because they suck now. But the last film I saw was Black Widow, and the last film I saw was No Way Home. I like that part. Are you fucking stupid? Honest to God. Jesus, motherfucking God. Do you not get, if you don't like the movies, why are you watching them? If you're disinterested, stop lying to your fans. Stop lying to your not so fans. Stop lying. You don't see me lying. I always tell the truth. What a dumbass.
fucking writing. Because who cares about that when the babies get their fucking bottle? It's all about the cameos now. The cameos are what fucking matter. I don't want to stray too far off topic. If you want a more nuanced look at why No Way Home is terrible, there's a link to my video in the description. But my point is
Sorry, dude. Disagree. No Way Home is peaked. Let's just say that. That is MCU peaked. That is a great film. Don't you ever diss No Way Home. Look, let me show you something, guys. Look, let me show you something, right? Let me show you something. Look at that. Look at this video called Spider-Man No Way Home, a lovable disaster. Honestly, what the fuck is that? Seriously, what the fuck? Seriously. Who cares? No Way Home is a fucking masterpiece. How fucking dare you? What a joke, hey guys.
all that mass hysteria, theory baiting bullshit surrounding the movie didn't change the inevitable garbage product that we received. And despite that, No Way Home, thanks to the brainlets who ate that shit up, but this time on overdrive, turned No Way Home into the most overrated Marvel movie of all time. MCU or
Okay.
otherwise. Congratulations, Spider-Verse. You no longer hold that title. But it's important to note this decline in quality and overexposure the MCU is experiencing isn't solely limited to it. An excellent comparison would be another series that I was once a diehard fan for that completely went down the shitter, and that would be the Fast and Furious franchise. A series that had its haters like the MCU from day one for being a movie series about street racing and pushing the bounds of believability with speed. But see, that was just what made it different. Because at its core, Fast and Furious was an action crime drama just like any other. We didn't care that it...
Well, technically, it's a remake of Point Break. Point Break is better, even though I haven't seen Point Break, but I know it's better. But the thing is, Fast and the Furious, I haven't seen all the Fast and the Furious. The only ones I've seen is the first 5 of them. Fast and Furious first 1, then up to 5. I haven't seen Fast 6 or 7, 8 or 9 or Hobbs or Shaw. I've heard they're not good. I think after Fast 7 it kind of dropped in quality a little bit, what I'm hearing. I've not seen it, I can't judge. Unlike him, he just judged it so quickly without even seeing them. But I don't know what he's saying, but whatever.
Placed an emphasis on street racing because guess what? That's what we fucking liked about it in the first place. But that's another tangent. The point I'm getting at is, despite its detractors, the franchise persevered right up until its 5th installment, where it decided to change up its formula and stray away from the niche, becoming something akin to a Mission Impossible ripoff. But it was still great, at least for a while, because the story and characters still had momentum to build off, and not to mention there were plot threads yet to be wrapped up. But then tragedy struck in the lead up to the 7th and presumably final installment of the series at the time, when Paul Walker, the main protagonist of the entire series, tragically died. Paul Walker and Vin Diesel started the series, and by God, the fans wanted them to finish it together, which is why the ending to Fast and Furious 7 was highly well regarded, because it felt like the end. All the plot points were wrapped up. The series had peaked. Paul Walker was given a heartfelt goodbye that was so touching it made grown men feel their hearts shatter. I'd equate this to the end of Avengers Endgame and the death of Tony Stark and the retirement of Steve Rogers. Both characters were undoubtedly the leads of the MCU, and Endgame was the last movie for both of them. At least as far as we know. Remember, it's Marvel we're talking about. They'll be bullshitted back to life somehow, and Stans will still gobble it up. But back on point, regardless of how you feel about Endgame, the movie was undoubtedly the climax of the MCU. All the plot points were wrapped up, the big bad was vanquished, and that should have been the end, right there and then. But was it? No! Just like the Fast and Furious franchise, it refused to die gracefully and has limped on terribly ever since.
Well, look,
getting progressively worse.
I think the thing is, what you say about Endgame is, look, yes, Endgame is the climax of the Infinity Saga. But the thing is, if you look at the Marvel comics, look at the past Marvel comics, even the past and even today, they're still making more of them. Because there are so many storylines and so many characters still to be told. Because there's certain characters we've seen in the Infinity Saga after we've seen the original 6. They still have their own character arcs to be complete, or maybe there's stories they want to tell, or maybe there's some things they want to explore. There's so many things from the MCU to be told. So I don't understand you saying, look, if you're done with it, that's fine. I understand. I had that opinion before, but if you're just going to say, oh, it sucks now because the MCU is not good anymore, look, you can say what you want about the MCU, but there's more stories to be told from the comics.
And worse. And in the case of the Fast and Furious, despite its box office revenues, fans have finally, especially with its latest release, reached their breaking point, refusing to indulge its bullshit any longer. Because Fast 9 was received terribly, because those movies get progressively worse and rely on their audience, praying for them to be as dumb and accepting as humanly possible. You know, it's funny because I've heard similar excuses for the Fast franchise as I've heard for the MCU. Comic book movies are meant to be dumb fun. Movies about cars and street racing are meant to be dumb fun. And my personal favorite, these movies were always meant to be stupid. Bull fucking shit. That's a crutch to deny the fact that what you love has become garbage because you don't want to accept it, because you can't help indulging it, because you're a slave to it. The very reason why people get angry at this stuff in the first place is because of the decline of franchises like the MCU and the Fast franchise. The reason they get angry is because
Oh my god. Let's see. Do people even pay attention to Endgame's ending? It set up Phase 4. Do you think Steve gave the shield to Sham? And do you think Thor? Yeah, I agree, Frozen Things. I totally agree. They should have at least paid attention. Look, I get it. Not everyone can enjoy it or have fun with it, but if they are done with it, okay, fine, move on. But there's more stories to be told.
started out great and they turned into garbage. Now, to be clear, if I haven't made it already, I do respect the fact that the franchise still has its fans. That's not what sickens me. It's the sycophants that are keeping it unlikely.
Can you please not call us sickest fans, please?
I'm just going to use my recent community post. When I say sycophants, I mean Marvel stands that are so consistently insecure whenever people criticize this garbage. In the comment sections, they'll say things like, it's just the trailers. You can't judge the movie based on that. How about you wait for the actual movie to come out? To which I say, fair enough. I won't judge the movie based on the trailer because I can already adequately judge the movie before it even fucking comes out. You know, I started.
Oh, okay. Just admitting that you'll shit on anything when the end of the MCU movie or series comes out. How would you know it? So you even if it turns out to be good, tend if Thunderbolts, 10 Thunderbolts came out, and it ended up being a really good movie. It ended up getting like a good fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. It's got a good score from IGN and Metacritic and all that jazz. And then you say, "Oh, it's got good reviews, but I'm not going to see it because I'm done with the MCU, and it sucks. It looks like shit. It's unnecessary." How would you know? How would you know? What's the first thing says? Thor joining Guardians of the Galaxy was a waste, though. I feel like Thor 4 was unnecessary. Enjoyable, though. Okay, that's fair. Yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying. I definitely understand where you're coming from. I definitely understand where you're from there.
Doing this after Endgame, and guess what? I haven't been wrong since. And I'll even add, why don't you wait until you finished watching the damn trailer before calling yet another of Marvel's D-list the greatest Marvel movie ever made? Now, undoubtedly, some people are going to
Guardians
say,
3.
well,
True.
that seems a bit unfair that you just make up your mind like that before even watching the movies. What if you end up being wrong?
Exactly.
There's an answer to that too. If I end up being wrong about a Marvel movie's quality and it comes out and it turns out to actually be good, I win. That's great. Cool, I'll watch it. Why not? Why wouldn't I want to watch a good movie? But here's the thing. I highly doubt that's going to happen because all of the evidence suggests otherwise. Like I said, one of the major reasons I'm finally dropping the MCU is because, unlike the millions of people who pretend to be, I, for one, am just not excited anymore. Why would I be? Why would I be excited to be baited into the theater with cameos and teasers just to see another dumpster fire? Now, to put it in perspective, and before people likely assume this, I'm not a hardcore DC fan. I'm actually way more invested in Marvel than I am in DC. And I'll absolutely agree that DCEU is worse than the MCU.
No, true, fair enough.
But say what you want about DC's movie releases. Since the Infinity Saga wrapped up with Endgame, DC has been on absolute fucking fire, while Marvel has just been continuously plummeting and plummeting. Think about it. If we exclude Wonder Woman 84, which is my personal pick for the worst DCEU movie released to date, and hopefully the end of Patty Jenkins' career, might I add.
they do. That's a little bit harsh there. For me, Spider-Man 1 and 2 do have flaws in my opinion. Only things that Spider-Man 1 and 2 are masterpieces. Well, technically they are great. Yes, you're not wrong. They do have a few problems, but I think they're still masterpieces, still beloved movies in the franchise. Don't get me wrong. I get what you're saying, but I think it still has its quality. But that's just me personally.
What else have we been treated to? Joker 2019 was an absolute fucking home run. The Suicide Squad and Zack Snyder's Justice League. Both were extremely well received. I can't speak for them personally because I haven't seen them, but that's the general consensus at least. But most recently, Matt Reeves' The Batman came out, and it looks to be yet another home run from DC. As a matter of fact, it was The Batman that made me come to this realization about my apathy towards the MCU. I loved making my review of The Batman. I felt passion for it because it was a great fucking superhero movie. But most importantly, it was just a great fucking movie, tied to no cinematic universe or prequels or sequels whatsoever. It wasn't the piece of a larger whole. It was the whole fucking package. And thus, I wanted to talk about why it was great. My Black Widow video, on the other hand, was an absolute fucking chore to get through, and likely many of you do not know this. I couldn't stand talking about it. It was yet another Marvel disaster with no substance that ruined a character I loved. And on top of that, it was just completely inconsequential because it came out after Endgame when we already knew the character's fate. So I felt no passion to make that video. I'm glad a lot of you enjoyed it, but it was not a good creative process for me. And I feel much the same when I think about Doctor Strange 2. I know it's going to be another Marvel disaster. I have no desire to make a video.
Well, tell you the truth, Anomaly Inc, it's not that bad. Oh, sorry, missed a note there.
Don't miss the summer of Vibe. But now with Vibe, wait, holidays.
Stomach. So yeah, consider me way more excited for whatever DC.
Look, I get you saying, look, you can hate on 184 isn't that bad. It's not great, but it's harmless. Yeah, for me, 184 was just okay. I didn't hate it. It was just okay. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't amazing. It was just a step down from the first movie. I would say that. Okay, so you're saying that what do you say? Doctor Strange 2 is going to be a complete disaster. So far it's not a disaster. It's fine. It's good. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. I've seen Force.
He has coming next than what Marvel does. Hell, consider me more excited for Sonic the Hedgehog 3 than anything Marvel has coming out now.
I'm looking forward to that. Sonic Hedgehog 3. I'm looking forward to that.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Because despite my issues with Spider-Verse, that sequel sounds way more fucking interesting than anything the MCU has coming out. And finally, I need to address something right fucking now. People can hate and joke about James Cameron's Avatar all they want. That hate bandwagon was a pile of shit ever since the internet and its vast collection of pseudo-intellectuals fucking invented it. The first Avatar was just Dances with Wolves with blue people in space. Yeah, The Last Samurai was Dances with Wolves in fucking Japan. And despite that, that movie's a fucking goddamn masterpiece. Now, just to be clear,
True.
I know that isn't the only problem people seem to have with Avatar, that the movie's plot is derivative. But it seems to be the most common and stupidly regurgitated criticism out there. And not to mention, it's pretty hypocritical for that matter, if the people who are spouting that are the same people who latch onto every single MCU movie. They got some nerve to call Avatar derivative. But whilst making the comparison to The Last Samurai in terms of plot alone, that's not to put Avatar on the same pedestal. Fact of the matter is, Avatar did well at the box office because it was good. It arguably did better at the box office than it probably deserved, if I'm being fair. But a bunch of people got so butthurt by that, they tried to turn James Cameron's movie and franchise into a joke by shitting all over it. Like I said, make your jokes. But I, for one, am way more excited about a sci-fi space adventure helmed by one of the most legendary directors and movie makers of all time, who spent over a decade making the next installment to his franchise on his own budget. I'm way more
Yeah,
excited
see, I'll
for
get
that
to that
than
one.
the 20th something fucking installment in a franchise that pukes up B movies constantly, has oversaturated its own market to death, is helmed by the same incompetent fucking creative executives, likely won't even be its own complete movie, but yet another setup waste of time for what's coming next, and ended up being a pile of shit on its own anyway. Seriously, hate Avatar all you want. It means I'll get to watch the Avatar sequel in an empty fucking theater on the big screen all by my fucking self and likely love every fucking second of it. Like I said, MCU is a corporately produced soulless collection of predominantly garbage designed to tick boxes and make money. Avatar and its
Okay, look, you can say what you will about the MCU's quality. I'm saying to you guys are watching, say what you will, because look, I get, yes, the MCU quality has been up and down. I do understand where everyone's coming from, but the thing is, it's still made by the same people who made the Phase Saga, and they still have that heart and passion. Yes, you could say there's too much of it, and there's a lot of things they put out because that's due to the COVID-19. Could they have cut back and made a little bit less, too much of it? Yeah, you're not wrong, but the thing is, there's still heart and passion in these movies. There's still heart and passion. Yes, look, Avatar, look, is a bit of a hot take. I find Avatar a little bit overrated, in my opinion. Now, I don't hate it. It's a good movie. It's good, but I think the praise for it gets a little bit too much. That's just me personally.
sequel is a movie on a grand sci-fi fucking scale made by one director, one author, one voice on his own budget after a decade of development and planning as well as pioneering new technology in order to get it done. Do you guys remember the last time we got something even close to a product like that which ticks all of the boxes I just listed at that sort of scale? Here's a little hint.
Star Wars.
So
Oh,
yeah, you bet your ass I'm way more excited for the Avatar sequel than I am for Doctor Strange Part 2, Thor Love and Thunder, Black Panther 2, or just about anything else the MCU has on the horizon. So yeah, I'm fucking done with this garbage. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. And if anything, I'm late to the party because there's a ton of people out there who had the foresight to drop off much, much sooner where I likely should have. So on a more personal note, for those of you subscribed to this channel who really like my content, what does this mean for the channel going forward? Well, it means I'm done indulging any new MCU content. So please,
True.
don't expect
Totally
a
true.
review of Doctor Strange 2, The Multiverse of Madness. Certainly don't expect a review of Thor, Love and Thunder, or any new MCU release. I refuse to contribute to the shameless theory and bait news culture that talks about Easter eggs or straight up invents them to build hype or farm views, along with the endless theory and rumor videos based on approximately jack shit in order to milk revenue and contribute to another dumb hype train for something terrible. No reaction videos either or trailer breakdowns because I see that as also contributing to speculation in one form or another, whether it be negative or positive.
He tries to cross
I
Spider-Verse
also
now.
want to
Oh,
deviate from the hypocrisy
wow.
of a lot of
Unbelievable.
reviewers out there
Unbelievable.
constantly and rightfully, I might add, complain about Marvel and the MCU and its declining quality, but will also choose to continue to keep indulging it despite recognizing it's garbage because it's
Jesus
just algorithm
Christ.
friendly. And because
This is
the
cringe.
critics
Cringe.
are a very popular fish in a barrel for views, despite the reviewers holding no real passion for it. It's just easy and it's popular. That's all. And here's my
Well, there's still heart and soul
you guys
to
know
it.
the saying, vote with your wallet, right? Well, guess what? Voting with your time as well is just as strong of a message, and that's kind of the message I want to send going forward on this channel. The most interaction I think I'll have with the MCU going forward is discussing the aftermath of certain releases on the podcast, because even though I despise what the MCU has become, I do find discussing its decline and the shifting fan base, as well as the comic book movie genre and the industry, rather fascinating. I'm certainly more interested in that than actually reviewing the garbage products. Despite what it's become, I do appreciate the MCU's existence for the good times, as I've had many thanks to it. But even though I won't indulge
Rail and
future
cringe.
projects,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean I'm
Cringe.
done talking about Marvel in general. There's still plenty regarding Marvel I'd like to make videos on. And I still do want to discuss the MCU's Infinity Saga because I still have an investment in it. Whether it's adoration or despise. I got plenty of videos in mind, particularly one regarding a project from the director of the upcoming Doctor Strange movie, as a matter of fact. If there's a shred of compassion left in my body for the MCU, the only reason I don't want Doctor Strange to bomb hard is because I'm a fan of the director, and when that movie comes out and is undoubtedly terrible, the blowback should not fall on him. Sam Raimi is an excellent director and a hardcore comic book fan, but Jesus Christ himself can't save the movie that he's attached to. When Doctor Strange 2 ends up being terrible, it, like all the others, falls right on Kevin Feige for being an absolute joke of a creator. Piggybacking.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Okay, let me get it straight. Okay, you criticized 1184 and saying, oh, that movie sucked. I hope that is a big slap in the face for Patty Jenkins because she's a bad woman. She deserves to lose her job as a director. Oh, and you also say, oh, I hope Doctor Strange 2, The Multiverse of Madness sucks, but I hope it doesn't kill Sam Raimi because he is a big comic book fan. Hypocritical as he comes. Unbelievable. Did you hear what he said? He trashed on Patty Jenkins for Wonder Woman 84 because he thinks it sucks, but he's going to predict. And he's also said Sam Raimi will not lose his job after Doctor Strange 2. Are you fucking stupid? Oh, and also, don't blame on Kevin Feige, okay? He's just doing his job. He's a great film producer. He knows what he's doing. He has a good relationship with film directors. And heck, Sam Raimi praised Kevin Feige. He praised Marvel. And you think Kevin Feige's gonna stick the middle fingers up to us like this? Pathetic.
Off the talent of his betters and standing on the shoulders of giants like Whedon and Favreau, who did bring out the best of the MCU before he ran it into the ground. And regardless of what
shut
happens,
up.
I hope Sam Raimi can come out of Doctor Strange 2 clean, with reputation intact, so that Sony can finally let him move on to finish the comic book movie series he started long ago, because that's one superhero project that just might get me excited again.
Look, Spider-Man 4, I don't think that's going to happen. So, you're saying that, oh, hope it comes back and do Spider-Man 4. I don't see that happen, Link. I don't see that happening. I would love to see Spider-Man 4 happen with Tobey Maguire, but I won't hold my breath, pal.
MCU, thanks for coming into our lives. But like any bad smell or insufferable guest who's outstayed their welcome, just go the fuck away already.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay.
to the end. Thank you all for checking out this video and putting up with my angry ranting. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts on the current state of the MCU in the comments below. Feel free to join my Discord if you want to chat to my community about the MCU, Marvel, comic book movies in general, and plenty of other topics as well. I've left a link in the description. Check it out at your leisure, and who knows, maybe you'll make some friends along the way. A special thank you to my Patreon supporters.
Oh man, that was some cringe. But I also say he said that Disney ruined Disney. Yeah, even he got mad because Kathleen Kennedy, Bob Taylor ruined Disney. Apparently, he said Disney. So he hates Uncrust, but he praised Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. They are better than God. Yeah, look, don't get me wrong, I love Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movies. I do, but I love Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I love Into the Spider-Verse, and I enjoyed the MCU quite a bit for Spider-Man. So I don't know what he says. You know what? I'm going to comment on him. So I'm going to try to comment. So feel free to chat along. I'll try and comment back to you guys. I might try and comment back to him. So let me just say. So let me. You said you. Longer interest. MCU. So pretty much, I'm going to try and comment on him. So I hope I can get us out of my after the phase saga, but you're still, but you're making a hate video on it, but still, yeah. Also criticizing, also trashing on the MCU, even though you, those and series, even though you have no seen, even though you have not seen, you haven't seen yet, but also you but also you lied about seeing Black Widow. Really home, which really bad, really bad. Happened to me. Mm. Look, if you are done with the MCU, if you are done with it, okay, that's fine. That's fine. I respect that. Respect that. But Colin, actually fans sick of it. Names or being called. Fans, which is extremely insulting, extremely insulting, extremely insulting, and especially to especially the filmmakers, who were really hard to make the best for. They can. If you're gonna watch them, watch them. Please, no argument. Don't want to start now. I said what said. I said what I said. Mm. But also, don't hold, don't. Yeah, because remember, okay, so I said what I said. So this is what I comment. I'm going to put it in the commentary post so you can guys see it. So I said this. So let me get this straight. You say you're no longer interested in the MCU after the Infinity Saga, but you're making a hate on it, but also trashing on the MCU films and series, even though you have not seen them, you haven't seen them yet. but also you lie about seeing Black Widow in No Way Home, which is really baffling to me. Look, if you're done with it, okay, that's fine. I respect that. But name calling the fans was extremely insulting, and especially the filmmakers who worked really hard to make the best content as much as they can. If you're going to watch them, please review them fairly, please. I said what I said, I have said my piece, but also don't insult Kevin Feige, because remember what happened to George Lucas when he did the prequels and the special edition changes. Okay, so that's my quote. So I'm going to send that comment to him. I might get a lot of hate, but I'm prepared for it because I've said what I said. So I'm going to send it and boom, that's it. Okay, guys, I'm going to try to take a picture of that and I'll put it on my content post so you can see it and you can read it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And I think Termination is absolutely right. Only Link is a toxin, only it needs to touch some grass. Wrong. Only Link is a dumpster fire. Yeah. Oh. I also hate the fact that Only Link says he respects people's opinions, but he's really bashing opinions. Take a look at his Revenge of the Prequels. So yeah, I have seen his Revenge of the Prequels. It's terrible. I don't like it. Look, people can say what they want about the Star Wars prequels. They can say what they want about it. So yeah, I can say whatever I want about it. If I'm going to get a lot of video on him saying that, unless he's going to watch this live video and he's going to start saying that. Right, thanks very much for watching, guys. And yes, goodbye, everyone. And I'll put a post on the comment and the commentary so you can have a look and read it for yourself. But anyway, guys, I'll see you guys later. So peace out.